What is going on, guys? It is Caveman here, and welcome back to another episode of a Jurassic Park. Now, last time we left off, we showed you some of the future plans we had here for the main street, as well as did a little bit of a mining expedition. And as you can see here behind me, we got a lake area in the digging out right now. We got a good portion of this already done, so I mean, it's probably going to be here within the next episode or two. But it's definitely not quite ready yet, so just wanted to show you some of the progress there, as well as you can see the big flattened out area over here. And we had to move the Spinosaurus, the Majungasaurus, the emergency shelter, the helicopter pad, the gift shop, the fountain, and the bridge that was over here. And of course we remodeled the fountain and the bridge last episode, so I plan to rebuild all those structures and more over by the herbivore area, because I think that's a new area that is going to need quite a bit of infrastructure, because it's still pretty plain over here, if you guys remember. It only has, the little startings of a restaurant right there, and of course the Herbivore Valley sign, but it definitely needs, some actual infrastructures in here. So I think a lot of what we had planned for Main Street originally is going to make its way over to here. But yeah, I think the Main Street plans are going to be a lot better now than what we had going on before. This epic Mosasaurus Lake, along with, of course, Main Street all the way up to the Innovation Center, which will be up, somewhere around where this giant pyramid was. Maybe not as far back, but somewhere kind of in this area. So yeah, we'll figure all that out. And of course, we're going to have to relocate our Spinosaurus, Majungasaurus, and those coelacanths that were inside, the lake that we had here before, if you guys remember. And I have the Spinosaurus here in this golden lasso, because I've built an enclosure already for him off camera. But the Majungasaurus and the coelacanths, I think I'm going to wait on those ones, because I don't really have good areas for them yet. But the Spinosaurus over here was a great little area, I think, right here in the swampland. It's kind of a little low-lying area, and it's all on the same level, so as you can see, I was able to use these here bases from Jurassic World Reborn, and I think it gives the fence a little bit of spice and a little bit of character, that the other enclosures just didn't have. It kind of makes the enclosure look like it's a bit stronger, maybe a bit more reinforced, so I definitely like the look of it. We can only do it on these flat areas, if you guys remember, because they don't go uphill correctly. I have a few of them here inside of my terminal, just to show real quick that they don't go up, hill at all. Look right there, see, they don't really match, and then I could do that. I mean, it just won't really look good however I do it, so there's no good way to go about that. So we can only really use them on the flat enclosures, and I went ahead and did that here with the Spinosaurus. So let's just go ahead and place it down. I've got it here in this golden lasso, and we'll just place it kind of here in the center. The center's all water, I guess, so we can't place him right in there. I mean, we could, but then he'd be in the water, but I kind of want him to go in there naturally if he's gonna. So let's just see it. Is he gonna roam around in here or what? Does he like this new area? I think it's a great little area for the Spinosaurus as opposed to what he had, it's more of a Spinosaurus habitat. I don't know where I want to put the Majungasaurus and coelacanth, like I said, so if you guys have any idea on where we should put that, you can go ahead and leave those down below in the comments, as well as any new dinosaurs you'd like to see added out to this area, because the Spinosaurus is quite far, from the rest of the park right now. It's kind of close to the Ceratosaurus enclosure over here, if you guys remember, so, I mean, that's the only real infrastructure that's close to it, and the rest of the park's kind of built that way, as well as, of course, this way, but that's really far out here, the Herbivore Valley and the Raptor Paddock. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, we gotta fill it all in, so if you guys have any ideas for what you want to see out here. Off camera, I was searching through the Jurassic World Reborn mod a little bit, and I found the Engine Field Guide, which is kind of like the old dino information tool that we used to use, because if you guys remember, we had that pad or something, it's called, we're out of range, so I won't be able to check, but we had that black pad or whatever, and as you guys can see, this gives us a whole different screen and tells us how old they are. Look, 885 days on this here Spinosaurus. So that's really cool, right? It tells you a lot of different statistics, and it gives you like their health, and it tells you if they're carnivorous or not. Because remember, we were having a question on that one herbivore earlier that we didn't know if it was, actually an herbivore or not. And that was because we didn't have this book. We had the other, I think it's called a paleopad is what it's called. Yeah, this black paleopad. And it just doesn't give you as much information as the here Instant Field Guide does. The one perk about the paleopad, though, is that you can track your dinos on it if you ever lose them, if you get out of the cage somehow. So that is the one good thing about it. I'll have to save it for that, but for now I'm going to use the Instant Field Guide if I want to get information about the dinos, because it just gives more info. And some of you may be sad with the disappearance of the pyramids here, but we found quite a few on the north end of our park over here, and we can go ahead and show you guys those real quick. None of them are as big as that original one we had, at least I don't think they are, but at least, we could get another gift shop or something like that, right? They're over here, I'm thinking, past this big mead here. I know there's one in this kind of foresty area, Yeah, there's one right there, and maybe that's something else. I think that's kind of a temple, but I do know there's a few pyramids in here in the back. It's kind of loaded and slow here. If I pull up the mini-map, we could probably actually find them. Yeah, there it is, northeast of us, it looks like. And it's definitely a good-sized pyramid, but yeah, it's not as big as that other one we had. So I guess if we want to build a gift shop again in a pyramid, we could do it all the way out here. But I don't know. I think we'll probably just build, other buildings. Once we get out to here, we can use this pyramid for something else. Maybe kind of like an ancient thing about human history or something. Because that's really what pyramids are from, right? Human history, not dinosaur history. So maybe we could add a little portion about human history. Well, you guys, last episode we got a few name suggestions. So let's just go ahead and do a few of these real quick. And looking here at the comment, none of them, have like names for what dinosaurs they want. So we'll just have to pick out, what we want to name. But here's the first one. It's Mr. Watermelon. I think that's a pretty good name. We can go ahead and name one of our dinos that. And then another one I liked on there was Knight. I think that's a quality name. We can name one of them Knight. And then let me see. Another one I think would be maybe Ash. That's a solid name, I think, right, for one of our dinos. We got quite a few unnamed dinos, so we can just go ahead and do a few of these. And of course, if you guys have any name suggestions, you can always leave those down below in the comments, and we'll name them because we got quite a few unnamed dinos. So let's see. And then the last one I'm going to choose right now is Riz. So there we go. We got 4 names right there for our dinos. So those are all pretty quality names, right? So let's just go ahead and head over to our herbivore area, because I think that's where most of these are gonna, we're gonna have to name most of the dinos there, because I don't think they're gonna fit many of the other dinos, because I feel like we need to name most of the other dinos aggressive names or something like that. Maybe Ash could be a good Dilophosaurus name, huh? Let's name one of the Dilophosauruses Ash, right? And one of these is hostile, though, you guys, because they had babies in here or something. You guys remember Spitter, right? Well, Spitter turned out to be a male, and that, that's why he was a different pattern or whatever. So they bred, and now there was a baby in there, and it grew up, and it's hostile now. So hopefully it doesn't attack me. They're sleeping. I guess if I don't wake them up, they might not. So right there. There we go. Let's name them the right name. There we go. Ash, the Dilophosaurus. That's not a bad name. I like that one. And then we got Riz, Mr. Watermelon, and Knight. I don't know what we could do for that. I mean, Knight could be another good name maybe for like a Dilophosaurus, but we'll see. Let's see. We got Riz and Mr. Watermelon. I think Mr. Watermelon is a great name actually for this here, Apatosaurus, because it's all big and green, just like a watermelon, big green watermelon. So there we go. We got Mr. Watermelon. Pretty good name right there. And then we've got Riz, and then we've got Knight. I don't know what to do with Riz, really. I mean, Riz kind of seems like a stego name, maybe, but all the stegos are named. So that's kind of the problem there. Maybe one of these Ankylosauruses, they've got the Rizzes of spikes or something. So there you go. You're Riz right there, Mr. Ankylosaurus. Look at that. And let's see. We've got Knight. I don't know which one we could name Knight. Is this Brachiosaurus named? Yeah, that's Homer the Brachiosaurus, actually. Of course. How could I forget? Well, I don't know what ones we want to name then. Knight. Well, I think Knight is more of a Dilophosaurus name. So let's just go ahead and head over to the Dilophosaurus pack. And hopefully we have one more unnamed one. Uh-oh. They're awake now, so that one might be aggressive, the hostile one, but maybe he's not going to be aggressive today. I don't know. Let's name that one right there Knight. So there you guys go, Knight the Dilophosaurus. And yeah, it'll be kind of cool if I can get the one to be aggressive, because then it shows its frill, you know what I'm saying? The giant frill that it has. But it doesn't, none of them want to be aggressive today, huh? Oh, there it is, there it goes, it's Knight actually, huh? Uh-oh, well that's interesting. Knight's gonna be the aggressive one, you guys. See how it's opening that frill like that? That's when it's gonna do its spitting or whatever, and it spat at me earlier, and it took me all the way down to half a heart. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording, so I, didn't catch that one on camera. But yeah, they can do quite a bit of damage here, so I don't really want to get hit by that spit that they can do. But their frill looks really cool, you guys. It's definitely a nice frill on there. Looks just like the one from Jurassic Park. Well, if you guys remember, we went mining last episode and got all those new dinosaur fossils. So let's just go ahead and, process some of those up and see if we can't get any new genomes. We didn't get too many fossils out there last time because I had all that stuff in my backpack from the gift shop. But we have, hopefully enough to get, a new species, because there's definitely a lot of random new genomes that we have. So I don't know, let's just get to processing these real quick. And look, we've got dodos right there. I don't know if you guys saw those at all the last episode. I don't think I showed you guys those when I mined them. I don't remember if I caught that part on camera, but let's see. Let's do these ones up real quick. quick, because these are a new one, obviously, we haven't seen. And dodos, they're not even a dinosaur. I don't know where we'd put them even. I guess we could put them in the herbivore area, because they're not going to harm anything, right? So I guess that's probably the best area for them until we get a specific area. If we even get the dodo genome, that's going to be the real challenge. So let's see. Let's just go ahead and get all these crazy new dinosaurs out of here. There's so many new ones that I've never even, heard of, or that just are new dinosaurs from this mod. So let's get all of those out, because there's so many. Allosaurus isn't a new one from this mod. I want to get all the new ones out here first, because these are going to be the cool genomes to get, you know what I'm saying? Ankylobator, that's a new one that we haven't seen. Definitely a Dreadnoughtus right there. Smilodons, I think you guys remember seeing those ones. Tylosaurus, I think that's one we already had before. But yeah, let's see. Let's go ahead and process these dodos up. Well, we didn't get anything on the first try right there. It looks like only bone meal. Unfortunate. And this one, guys, I still don't have any clue on how to say it. It's a Zahoingostepaterpus or something. I have no clue, honestly. But let's just go ahead and process it up. And yeah, see if we can't get any genomes out of it. And there's only 3 fossils there. We didn't find fossils in bulk, really. That's what I was kind of saying. There's not like a lot of any fossil, really. Usually when I go mining, I'll find like, 16, 20 of one kind of species in one area. Usually one area has a few species, overpopulated. But this time I didn't really find that. I only found, little bits and bunches of random fossils, it seemed. Well, let's just go ahead and process these up. Wing bones, huh, you guys? So that's a dead giveaway. This is going to be a flying critter. That's really cool. Well, we're going to need a bird cage, you guys. That's for sure. And yeah, looking at that skull, that's a pterosaur skull looking like a pteranodon, right, you guys? So that's definitely going to be really cool. I'm hoping we can get some genomes on that. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything on the dodo, it looks like. Let's process these bees of buffaloes up next, because these are a giant frog. I know that. So, these will be a cool one to add. These could go out there by the Spinosaurus, to help kill some swamp enclosures. But let's see. Go ahead and mine these up, process them up in our fossil grinder. Oh, this is the cleaning station. It's been a while since I processed fossils. But we're getting it done, right? Ooh, look at that, you guys. Soft tissues of this pteranodon, or whatever kind of, flying critter it is, because it might not be a technical pteranodon or something. I think there's other kind of species or genuses, something weird like that. Who knows? But let's see, Diplotalis? No, this is bees of buffalo? That's the skull of it? I guess that looks like a frog skull, right? Well, you guys, we got a good amount of these bees of buffaloes processed up. I don't know if we have any Mosasaurus genome, the water dinosaur that's pretty big. I'm looking down here in the M chest. It looks like, there it is right there. Mosasaurus 100%, you guys. So we can go ahead and get that big fishy whenever we want, and that'll be a really cool addition to the park. It's really going to set up Main Street, just how it should be, I feel like. So let's see, let's go ahead and put those easy buffaloes up, and let's see what our pteranodon kind of thing can get us, the flying dinosaur. It's almost done. Looks like it's about 90% done. We have mammoth here. We only got one of these, unfortunately, so it's going to be a real tough, try to get any kind of genome out of that. But let's just go ahead and process it up real quick and see if we can. We'll grab a couple buckets here, because it's going to run out quickly. And let's see, we got Dreadnoughtus. That's a really cool one. They're a giant long neck, kind of like the Brachiosaurus, I guess. So let's see, we'll put them up in there. But again, I just don't have a lot of fossils of any of these, so... Ooh, there's bees of buffalo, though. Bees of buffalo is one I have a lot of. There's 9 of those fossils, so... Definitely could get ourselves a bees of buffalo if we can get a couple soft tissues. Let's see, 35% on that Zahoingostepaterpus. So we're not going to really be able to get that one anytime soon, unfortunately. But it'll be hopefully, a good addition to the storage lab down here. And eventually we'll be able to actually combine its genome with something to get it into a real dinosaur. So that'll be cool. But let's see, we got our Dreadnoughtus fossils in there. Oh, another soft tissue, right? Yeah, another bees of buffalo soft tissue. Oh boy, you guys, and there's still 2 more to process, so we might actually get something here. Ooh, you guys, I guess it processed the Dreadnoughtus there. I didn't know I put it in the wrong order, but we just got Dreadnoughtus soft tissue. Wow, okay. Put that one up in our Synquitzer as well, and yeah, that's pretty awesome. So let's see, Dimorphodon. Ooh, that's another cool flying critter. Let's go ahead and process that up real quick and see what we can get out of that. because I would love to get them in the park. They were in the Jurassic World when they broke out and they were eating some of those people. Wow, you guys, another Bees of Buffalo and a Dreadnoughtus, another soft tissue. Both those Dreadnoughtus literally gave us soft tissues, you guys. Wow, we're getting some real good luck tonight, I can't lie. We might actually get a Dreadnoughtus and a Bees of Buffalo. So that's going to be super awesome. I kind of want to exhibit both of them too. They're going to be really cool, you know, just unique critters in general, because the Dreadnoughtus is giant. It's up there with the Brachiosaurus. Any giant critter like that, it's just going to be amazing to look at, you know, and just be a real good addition. Ooh, 35% on that first Bees of Buffalo. Nothing, you know, groundbreaking or nothing, but a solid start. So let's see what the second one can give us. I feel like the second one's going to be the big tell of what we're going to get or not. Let's see, do we got the rest of these processes going over here? Let's make sure, you know, stuff keeps going. Let's put the Dimorphodons up in there. We got that mammoth as well. We'll throw it up in there, the random mammoth tooth that we have. Ooh, and a Smilodon fossils. Let's go ahead and process these up. So there we go. Right, just like that. And we throw them up into here and hopefully get some out of that. And let's see what's going on here. 42%. Okay, not a bad combo. It's 27 on the Dreadnoughtus. That's not amazing. That's definitely one of the lower ones we're getting. But we almost have a Bees of Buffalo, you guys, right now. Let's see. We're going to need 77%, you guys, actually, right now. So that's pretty good. I don't want to combine them yet, just in case I get a really good genome up here and we can save one of these tests for, you know, a future second genome or something like that. If we ever want to diversify the species, per se. I don't know if we necessarily need to do that, but it could be interesting, I guess. And then we have a Dimorphodon soft tissue there, it looks like. Our mammoth already processed, so we're not going to be getting any mammoths, unfortunately. But we could get some Dimorphodons, huh? Let's see. Put that up in there. There we go with the disc. And we got all kinds of genomes processing in here right now. So definitely getting a good mix going. Let's see. Diplocaulus. Ooh, that could be another swamp critter. They're like a salamander, I'm pretty sure is what they are. So they could definitely be added to the swamp as well, you know, with that frog. If we can get their genome, these ones, you know, are still encased right here, fossils. So they're going to take, you know, a bit of processing to see if we can't get them. But hopefully we can. Throw them up in there. Grab another bucket just for when we need it. And ooh, nothing there. I don't even remember what I put up in there. Unfortunate. But Bees of Buffalo, 50%, huh? So let's go ahead and combine these up. We're going to be able to get a Bees of Buffalo this episode. That's going to be really cool, you guys. So let's see. Dreadnoughtus is almost done. Pretty bangers right there. And we've got Carchodontosaurus. Let's go ahead and process this guy up. Why not? Why not? He's a cool carnivore. He's kind of like the Spinosaurus, maybe. I don't know if that's a great comparison, but it lived with the Spinosaurus. I do know that. It doesn't have a sail, so that probably wasn't a good comparison to the Spinosaurus. But yeah, it's more like a big Giganotosaurus, if you guys know what that one is. Well, we have Magnopteris right here, and considering that Zahoingopteris, remember, considering the Pteris right here, that's what I'm highlighting, was a flying critter. I'm going to bet that this one's a flying critter as well. So let's just go ahead and process this, and maybe we can get our first flying species. Because of course that model we had before, it didn't have any you know, flying creatures, but Jurassic World Reborn, it has some flying creatures, so that's really cool. Oh, and that's unfortunate, you guys. Dreadnoughtus 22%, so we are not going to be able to get a Dreadnoughtus. Ooh, and 5% of the Dimorphodon, that's even worse. That's basically not even a start, really, so unfortunate there, but we are going to get Bees of Buffalo. That is definitely going to be a cool one. I'm going to like that one. And let's see, let's make sure we keep processing stuff up. Fossil grinder right in here for these Diplocauluses. We've got Cragsinerius or something right here. I don't know what this one is. It's definitely a different name. I really don't know what it is. I've never heard of this dinosaur, so let's just process it up if we have room. There we go, it's done. And is this the same flying critter thing I thought? I don't have a bone. Ooh, there's the skull. Yeah, that's a Pteranodon skull. You see how it has the point thing in the back, just like a Pteranodon. It has that head crest, that's what it's called. It has a head crest on it, so that's pretty cool. This one's going to be a cool Pteranodon if we can get it, of course, right? It's definitely, you know, in the early stages always here with these fossils. But there we are. I'm throwing them up in there first because I kind of want to prioritize those ones. I think they're pretty cool. So let's see if we can't get any flying dinosaur fossil genomes. And look at that. We got our 3 Crassinigerius fossils processed up. So that's not too bad. And then I guess we can throw Ankylbator up next because why not? Ooh, we have to encase them next. Carchodontosaurus, yeah, those are the ones I wanted to do next. So do those next. And then we'll do the Ankylbator, which is kind of like a raptor, I'm pretty sure. It's similar to just a Velociraptor in general. So yeah, they'll be a solid addition, I guess. They'll probably need their own enclosure. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can put them together with the other raptors, but I don't know. I just don't know if it would make sense or not, so we'll have to process them up here though and find out just where, what they are. And there we go. Ooh, look at that, you guys. Magna Patera soft tissue. That's, some of that flying critter soft tissue. So let's see if we can't go ahead and process it up and get some. Of course, we only have one piece of it, so it's going to be a real long shot for it to get, all the way to 100%. But I guess it could happen. And then incubator arms in there, as well as all these other fossils. Let's go ahead and throw all of that up in there. Let's get that last Diplocaulus processed. And unfortunately, we didn't get a single Diplocaulus soft tissue, even though we had 7 other bones. So that just goes to show that even having all the bones sometimes doesn't matter, it's just a random luck. So the last one we have here is a Chasmosaurus, though, and that's a long neck, so there'll be another cool one to add if we can get it. And we'll look up into here if there's any other cool ones that I just want to process real quick that could either make, a skeleton or just something cool in general. I'm looking though. I don't think, we have a lot of those things to make fossils. Yeah, we're really low on Velociraptors. Allosaurus is still a long shot to make a skeleton. Ooh, Diplodocus, you guys. I missed that one. That's actually a new one that we, I forgot to process. So that's one I just missed. So let's go ahead and process that one up. That'll be a cool one if we can get it. Let's go ahead and process these incubator fossils up here on our fossil grinder. Now, there's a solid amount of them, 5 of them to be exact. So maybe we can get some there. And yeah, let's just actually start processing our Biza buffalo so we can get, a couple of them here later this episode. So that'll be really cool. I think we already have moss ready for them. Yeah, so whenever we want to process and however many we want to process, I think, a whole clan of frogs would honestly be really cool. And, my question is if they start out as tadpoles too. I really don't know. I might want to do some research on that before I place them, because if they're tadpoles and I place them on land, they might just start drowning or something, Well, let's go ahead and process our Chasmosaurus here real quick and see. Ooh, we did get one incubator, and I think this was a dinosaur, from the mod we had before, so we might have, some genomes in here. I have to go check down here. I don't know if we have any incubator genome already. We could have just a small percentage. I'm not for sure. Oh, wow, we already have 100%. I didn't even know this. Wow, we have 100%, you guys, and I was processing, or did I already processed them? Wow. Yeah, so those should have went towards in here. Do we have any of them in here? No, it doesn't look like we started putting them in there. Oof. So yeah, we've missed out on some of those fossils for sure. That's definitely not too good. Let's go ahead and put these Dreadnoughtus up in here and see if, they can get a good genome. Ooh, you guys, I forgot about the Ambers up in here that we could be processing as well. So let's just go ahead and take those out of there and let that continue processing. And I'll see if we can't match up any of these genomes down here. I don't think we're going to be able to. Alvarezsaurus or something like that? Yeah, that's definitely a newer one that we don't have. So yeah, we'll have to think about getting that one later on. It's not even a full 100% though yet, so we'll have to make it up with some others. And we have Microraptor here, and we don't have any of that, so another new genome to add. Ornithiobetha, let's see. Nope, we don't have any of that one. Protoceratops, I do believe we might have, yeah, we do already have 100 of that one, so that genome isn't too helpful right here from the Amber. But the rest of those were good help, and let's see, yeah, they take a while to process, so those are definitely going to take a minute. Our other Dreadnoughtus is processed. We have 49% in Dreadnoughtus. It's not too bad. I mean, we're close to getting one, but it's still going to be a while before we actually can. And I'll just keep processing up these frogs real quick, you guys, and then I'll see you guys here in a second when we can lay them down. Well, you guys, I incubated up those frog eggs, like I said, and I'm over here by the Spinosaurus enclosure, and I went ahead and built this here, frog enclosure. And we didn't use the electrical bars because I feel like we just overused them, we use them so often. I feel like building a custom enclosure for these frogs is going to be really good. And oops, there's my bed right there. Let's pick that up. But yeah, I think it looks really good, honestly, compared to the rest of our enclosures. It just has a lot of character to it, and I kind of want to build more enclosures like this in the future. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and place down these frogs and see, how they're going to be. And I left the lily pads in this enclosure. I took them out of the Spinosaurus enclosure because I was worried the Spino might drown or something on them, but I think the frogs will be fine because they're pretty small. I don't even think they get bigger than like a full block, so they could like hang out under the lily pad, you know what I'm saying? But oh yeah, look at that, they really are. They are just tiny little frogs. Well, that is awesome, you guys. Then this enclosure is definitely going to be good for them. They're literally the size of frogs then. Wow, you can hear those rivets and clicks they're making? That's awesome, dude. Heck yeah, dude. I think the frogs are going to be a great addition here to the park because, just a variety. They give a little bit of ancient amphibians to the park. So yeah, you guys, I like this new enclosure we built, and maybe we could add other future amphibians into it because I don't think frogs are very aggressive, right? I mean, we could probably put salamanders in here as well as just other things like that in general and kind of maybe make it an ancient amphibian enclosure. I think that's a really cool idea, you guys. But I think that's going to do it for this episode, you guys. So thank you guys all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys here next time with some more Jurassic Park. Well, we'll probably start working on that Herbivore Valley area again over there with the restaurant, as well as building all the old Main Street features over there, like the fountain, and, maybe building that bridge over there if we find a good spot for that. As well as the gift shop, of course. We're going to need to rebuild that. But yeah, I think we'll do some of that, as well as maybe incubate some more dinosaurs, because, we're always doing that, right? We got to incubate more dinosaurs. But thank you guys all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys here next time with some more Jurassic Park. Oh, bye there.